Our topic is decimal word problems, which is drawn from section 1.9 of the book Passing the Minnesota MCA-II Grad Component Mathematics Test, Revised Edition, published by the American Book Company in 2010. Decimal word problems. Well, we've been learning a lot of techniques for working with different types of numbers, with decimals, with fractions, with mixed numbers. And it all comes together when we do a word problem. A word problem is like a little slice of real life. This is one of the reasons that we learn mathematics in the first place, is so that we can solve our everyday problems. So I have an example problem here, and we'll read it and find out what it's asking for. All right, Micah can have his bike fixed for $19.99, or he can buy the new part for his bike and replace it himself for $8.79. How much would he save by fixing his bike himself? Okay, well, we do have some decimals in here. We've got one right here. There's a decimal number, 1999. And we have a second one right here, 879. Those may be included in our solution. And let's figure out what's going on. What does Micah want? Micah wants his bike fixed. And he's got choices on how he goes about doing it. Micah can have his bike fixed for $19.99, meaning that it's fixed by somebody else. He goes to a shop. All right, so that's one case over here. I'm just going to write that down, $19.99. And his other choice is he can buy the new part for his bike and replace it himself for $8.79. So I'm going to write that down over here, 8.79. So over here, the 1999, that's getting it fixed by someone else. And 879 is fixes it himself. And what the 879 is meaning is that he's paying for the part. So he's just going to buy the part for $8.79, and then he's going to do the labor himself. All right, which one is less expensive? Well, that's the $8.79 over here. And so what the problem is asking is how much would he save? How much would he save by fixing his bike himself? All right, well, if he only pays $8.79 fixing it himself, and he's not paying $19.99, the amount he saves is whatever the difference is between these two. So I can write that the amount saved equals $19.99 minus $8.79. Now this is something that we can use a calculator to find, but if we wanted to find it out on our own, just with a paper and a pencil, we can do it this way. We'll write down the 1999, the larger number, and then subtract I'm going to include the dollar sign in here, 879. You don't have to include the dollar sign, but in this case I will. So I write the smaller number that I'm subtracting beneath the bigger number from which I'm subtracting it. And I want to make sure that the decimal points line up. Then I can do subtraction, one place at a time. So in the hundredths digit, 9 minus 9 is 0. Tenths digit, 9 minus 7 is 2. I'm going to keep that decimal point right there. 9 minus 8 is 1, and 1 minus, really is a 0 there, 1. And I've got my dollar sign. Therefore, the amount saved by Micah when he fixes it himself is this number right here, $11.20. Not bad. Now he can take a look at that number and say, is it worth my time to go out and buy the part for $8.79, work on it, and save $11.20? Well, that's up to Micah, but to me it sounds like a pretty good deal.